on to you, Aries? How you Aries are doing? So you have the Hanged Man, the Eight of Wands, and then you Aries also have the World card. So, excuse me. So a lot of you Aries are very much so focused. There's a sense of there are some. Okay, it's a couple of things. There's a sense of yes, there's some things going on in your life, but you Aries know not to really pay too much attention to it because there's no point. Focus on what it is that is going on in your life that's working for you. Also, too, and because those things are actually giving you value back, right? So then you have the Eight of Wands and the World card. Um, the nonsense that you have going on, if you have any, is not worth you letting that go for what you have. What you Aries have, you pretty much have the world in the palm of your hands. The World card is usually a very good card to have during the reading. It would have been better if it was the last card of the main board, but still pretty good because it means that you're still very much so proud of where you were from versus where you are. Like I said, I wanted to get my teeth fixed up. I ain't get a chance to even do that because so much wild stuff happened in 2025 so far. Looking to get something done in 2026. It hasn't been necessarily the very good year for a lot of people, right? All of these celebrities dropping like flies. Hulk Hogan, Malcolm, Jamal Warner, among other people, Ozzy Osbourne, Michael Madsen from Species. Literally, the list can go on and on and on and on and on. And so, but at the same time, even though some things are not necessarily going to the exact degree in which you Aries would have liked it to go, it still is amazing, right? The direction of where your life is still amazing. It's still nothing to complain about. You're still very much so proud of the advancements that you Aries have actually made, and you still feel good about yourself. Your self-image has not declined one bit. But then you also have the Page of Swords, okay, and the Chariot, right? Like, this is what I mean, certain situations, or it's either certain situations or people just trying to get you in certain situations because they spend way too much time just being jealous hearted, just being jealous as a mug, jealous hearted as a mug. And regardless of to who or what, regardless of to who or what, they're really just jealous and envious of you, Aries. And so, again, like it could really be like a family member. I don't think it's a significant other because it's more so this person can come around or has a reason to be around you. Otherwise, if it is a person, you would have stopped talking to this person, I'm sure, a long time ago. And so it's either like a friend or something like that, more so a family member or something like that. But this could also be a situation too where it's like I said, certain situations, not every situation is landing the way that you would have wanted it to. And so, but most situations are actually you're getting the wins in the situation and you're getting what you want. So regardless of that is that, again, you still have to remain focused and don't worry about the things that don't necessarily go your way, because the vast majority of the things that are going your way, right? 80% of the things, or even more than that slightly, are going your way. So don't try not to worry about the 20, 15, or how little percent compared to the majority of the good things that are coming to you. If it's people, once again, they're jealous, they're envious. A lot of you Aries are busy doing y'all thing, y'all having fun. People ask, well, are you having fun? I'm having fun with this summer. Believe me, I met a lot of new people. I'm having fun. Honestly, I'm having fun in general. I'm having fun. I'm kicking it. I'm relaxing. I'm enjoying my life, in general. Did I have fun this summer? Yeah, I had fun this summer. I got a lot more chance to catch up on sleep. I went outside, kicking it. Got more of a chance to catch things up. You know, my brother's coming around a lot more, kicking it, chilling. You feel me? And so, you know, my sister is too. So, you know, the family is starting to get back together and things like that. But anyway, things are going well. And the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and then you have the Judgment. And so these three cards, right? This is New York, son. Anyway, these three cards right here for you. Whatever. Anyway, these three cards right here for you represent, like, yeah, you know, you understand that there's a lot more good coming to you in the first place, and again, the Judgment, to not let stupid people that want to, okay, so it is people, okay, not let stupid people or stupid situations that stupid people get y'all into, put y'all in a situation where you end up saying or doing something that's going to mess the trajectory of where your life is going. Because as it is, I've talked about before, you know, you have people who are on some stupid stuff where it's like they don't, like, they halfway don't care what happens to them, and that what happens is that they try to entice other people to do something stupid to them, and then they're messed up, and then the other person gets shipped off, if you know what I mean, right? They're in the who's gal. And so that is definitely not going to be you, Aries. That ain't going to be y'all, because y'all are, you know, yes, some things are going to get you a little bit on your nerves. You know, you're an Aries, right? You're prone to that type of stuff. But at the same time, you Aries are not going to let the things that, like I said, don't go your way, or people who want to be stupid get you on your nerves. The Judgment, as a matter of fact, represents, not only are you not going to allow anything to really get on your nerves. So this reading is more so like how good things are happening for you, but you just have to not allow certain things to really get in your head and get you to start being upset. But other than that, you're very prosperous, right? I can't complain. I mean, it could be a loved one, could be a family member or a friend that you may have considered, right? Like a family member, or even a significant or potential significant other. They're not really your long-term significant other, potential, right? Could have been something if they actually acted right. The reason why I'm saying that is because the Queen of Cups and the Four of Wands, it could have been something very good, but you know, again, you're not accepting people's nonsense where you just are okay with just the disrespect that people give to you. They're going to have to come to you, and they're going to have to come to you with respect, because they expect you, Aries, to be in a relationship with them and benefit them so much, right? Okay, but what are the benefits in which they are giving to you? Probably little to nothing. And you Aries understand how stupid that is, because why would you be in a relationship where it only goes one way? You got to give all this value, bring everything of who you Aries are, and then they practically give nothing or nothing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying about relationships. That's all. Why do you have to give up so much and give so much value, produce so much value, provide, right? Because to provide and to produce is the same thing, basically, right? Everybody gets so caught up with the semantics, right? I was on TikTok earlier and I was talking about how my brother makes six figures, and you know, and stuff like this, and my brother went overseas and stuff like this to find himself a wife in Trinidad, right? And they working well, and everybody was and so many people was trashing my bro, and I was like, listen, y'all gonna show him some respect, because you gonna show him some respect, because you know, there's been times where with my brother's charity work, he was almost unalived a few times, and he went to college, worked, and still did charity work, basically community service, for years, even when he didn't have to anymore, for years. Okay, and he came back here and he said, hey bro, I almost lost my life over this stuff, yo. All right, you're not gonna, and then they was talking about how, because I was talking about how he goes 50-50 with his wife, and then they talking about now how 100K ain't enough, and it's like, but y'all sit up on the internet and y'all talk so much about, y'all desperately talk so much about how 100K is what you want. Now 100K ain't good enough. Now six figures ain't good enough. Now inflation and all this and X, Y, Z, and it's like, yo, like, so I just shrugged it off, because that's the type of nonsense that it is that I'm talking about, right? Like, you're expected to give all this value. What exactly does the other, like, what value is the other person going to give to you? Not even, not even to get too much into my brother's business or anything like that, but my brother's wife makes a very good income too. She always has. Even when she was in Trinidad, she was one of the highest paid. Like, she was probably one of the highest paid ladies in, like, what are we, and no problem going 50-50. Like, but this is what y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, so many people get lied to, and they're delusional. Like, the reality of the situation is, nobody who has self-respect wants to be in a relationship of two, where they're the ones stuck giving everything and dedication and everything, while the person does nothing. That's delusional. Not only is that not delusional, but you really gotta really, like, and so that's what's happening for you, Aries, right? You encounter people, picking people being attracted to you, Aries, is not difficult. It is not difficult. You, Aries, a lot of you are probably attractive. You know how many attractive Aries I know? Not just from doing YouTube, but TikTok. I'm kind of cool with. You know how many attractive Aries I know? Attracting somebody is not difficult. Having the person work with you and understand they got to give to get is the difficult part, because people are from the gimme state. Gimme, 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 but they don't want to give. They don't use their common sense enough to understand, my dear Aries. If I'm going to be in a relationship, how am I going to just expect a person to do all of this? Just do everything, just do everything. And Aries got to do everything, but I don't give? And I've talked about this before, that giving is an aspect of decency. Giving is an aspect of decency. Giving makes you feel good about yourself. The type of people who only like to take and receive are people who are usually very dysfunctional. They've got something going on wrong with them. And so a lot of you Aries, again, you have something to lose. You Aries are in a very good position, and just mind the quality of the people you have around you. Okay? Nothing is worth you missing out on the life you have now and the better opportunities that you're going to have in the future, just for the sake of somebody else. And especially a person that doesn't want to reciprocate and all this stuff, because they being just silly, if I may say so. Cool. They just being silly. One of my stocks actually beat the earnings report, right? So their stock is finna go higher. Luckily, I have 19 shares of it. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make here with that is that luckily, what I'm trying to say here with that is that you Aries have your self-respect. Maybe they could have pulled that one on you, I don't know, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, but they ain't gonna pull that one on you now. So let's clarify the Four of Wands. Queen of Wands, Scorpio energy, Queen of Pentacles, Fool card, and then you have the Ace of Wands to clarify the Four of Wands. So these three cards right here, the Queen of Wands, the Scorpio energy, and the Queen of Pentacles right here, represents how y'all are in a position where What's going on is the Queen of Wands, the Scorpio energy, to clarify the Four of Wands. Yes, you're a hopeless romantic. You know, you would love to be in a relationship. However, y'all are staying focused on handling y'all business and what y'all got to do. Because not too many people are serious. They're fronting like it, but talk is cheap. Queen of Wands, when you step in and you serious, they're not actually really being serious. Their words and their actions don't match up. And so, once again, you know, you're remaining, you're just, again, you're remaining strong. You know, you're being consistent with what you want. If they don't give you respect, if they don't bring any value to you, why would you be with them? So then you have the Queen of the Queen of Pentacles right here. And this right here represents how, so you bring a lot of value, like I said before, right? You're not going to be, you shouldn't be the only one bringing value. You know, and then the Fool card and the Queen of Wands, Fool card and the Ace of Wands, you'll leave. You know, but see, when you leave, that's when you're gonna see people's true colors, because they're gonna start to talk all types of smack and all types of goofy stuff, like how people was talking ish, and it's like, listen, you have no clue. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all have no clue, like, at all, like almost to the point of it being comical. Like, y'all have no clue. You really don't. Y'all are just, again, and I've talked about this before, that, like, you know, people, because I'm gonna say what it is, people don't like 50-50 because they don't want to have they don't like the idea of having to contribute to their own relationship. They're telling off on themselves. They want to just be in a relationship, and again, they're from the gimme state. Gimme, 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 gimme. And then when you hear them talk and the mental gymnastics that come with that, my dear Aries, you know that they're parasites. Because why are people working so hard to not give? Like, one of the first things that I started doing when I started making money was paying my bills so that I can help my mom out. She has less bills to worry about because I'm handling mine. She has a lot more money in her pocket. Like, I want to do those things. It is an aspect or an extension or a clue to a person's good character by wanting to contribute value. No healthy, well-rounded person wants to be a parrot. Yeah, I'm a come into the Aries life and look to take but never contribute. Like, what kind of a mentality thinks like that? And the fact that, you know, like it is, I said before, I talk about the 50-50 thing, right? Because this has to do with your reading. But the fact that people, you know, when you start talking about 50-50 and they get upset, and it's like, well, what do you think this is? We're adults. Like, what is the point? Like, what is, like, it sounds so wild to take care of yourself as an adult, to now be in a relationship, to not have to take care of yourself anymore. Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Like, why would you enter into a relationship? Like, why would you be, you bathe in yourself, keeping yourself clean, you taking care of your bills, you handling your business, you going to doctors, you exercise, everything. You taking care of yourself, you taking good care of yourself, to now be in a relationship and slack off. Oh, I'm not going to do anything. My significant other has to do everything for me. Like, the concept is even wild. And the fact that people think this stuff, like this stuff makes sense to them, it goes to show you how they think. It shows they're out of their mind. Like, literally, it shows that they need to heal, because they've got something going on. So this is why you Aries are justified. This is why you Aries are right to think the way that you do, right? You're not asking for anything too outrageous. You're not asking for rocket ships and a yacht and all of that. If you can afford a yacht, then and you have one, okay, cool. But you're not asking for those things. You're asking for loyalty and reciprocity. So you're saying, so what are people saying? Loyalty and reciprocity are more rare than a yacht? That's odd, if you ask me. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. The irony of it is probably is more rare than a yacht. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We at 25,000 and 80 subscribers. Hit that notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. If you want to come through and get a personal reading from me, right? If you can, if you want, the link to that is in the comment section below. If you want to get a reading, if you want to get birth chart readings, if you want to get Kareemspiritworks books, excuse me, or if you want to get the Kareemspiritworks clothes, all of that helps. If you need any help from me, can definitely help you out. Peace.